Hey, let's take a couple of minutes and try and answer this question. What is a percentage? It's a word you might have heard. Let's try and talk about what it means. I'm going to start with something. In this case, just a square box, right? This is my original amount. It could be money, it could be measurements. In this case, it's just a box. So I'm going to start with my original amount and I'm going to divide it into 100 equal pieces. Okay, I've split it up into 100 little boxes. I've divided it by 100 basically into 100 pieces. Now, if I color in one of those little boxes, I've colored in 1 out of 100. Now, I could write that as a fraction because I've colored 1 out of the 100 boxes. Now, basically, that is a percentage. Anything you take and divide by 100, that answer will be 1%. So 1/100th of something. So if you start with something, divide it by 100, what you've got is 1%. Now, you might also recognize that this fraction we can write as a decimal, because if I do that, say in my calculator, 1 divided by 100, I'll get 0.01. So these three things are all the same amount. They all represent this one little colored box. It's 1% of my original box, it's 1/100th of my original box, or it's 0.01 of my original box. They're just written either as a percentage, a fraction, or a decimal, but they all represent the same amount. So we can sort of swap between percentages, fractions, and decimals. So that's basically what a percentage is. Anything that you've got, divide it by 100, every one of those things will be 1%. What about in this case? I've colored in 4 boxes. Well, let's do the same thing. I've got 4 out of 100. 4 colored out of the 100 boxes. If I put that in my calculator, I get 0.04. Or we know that if it's 4 out of 100, I've got 4%, because there were 100 pieces to start with. All right, let's now just do a little bit of maths and see if we can work out, well, what is 6% of 800? Okay, first of all, this is my original amount. I'm going to divide it by 100, because when I do that, I'll get 1%. 800 divided by 100 equals 8. So that is 1% of $800. I've taken it and I've just divided it into 100 pieces. Every piece will be $8. So that is 1%. Now I want 6%. So all I do is I take this and I times it by 6, because that's one of them. I want 6. 8 times 6 gives me 48. So $48 is 6% of $800. So here's the main idea just summarized for you. To find 1% of something, we simply divide it by 100. Now, if you guys are doing this in class, here's the time where I'd like you just to pause and just copy down what you see on the screen here. Copy down the summary of the notes. Now, whether or not you want to draw the whole 100 little square thing, that's totally up to you. If not, make sure you get the maths down at least, and maybe just do a bit of a rough diagram so you understand what we're talking about. I'm going to get you to pause here, because when you've done that, we can move on to some questions. Okay, and here are some practice questions for you to have a go at. Copy these down into your workbook and then have a go at answering them, showing as much working out as you need to help show your teacher that you understood what you were doing. Now, I'm going to pause in a second, so I'm going to get you to pause because I'm about to put the answers up. So have a go at these, and then in a minute you can check your solutions, as we're about to have a look at them now. And there you go. There are your solutions to those questions. Once again, if you get stuck or you're not sure, you got different answers, make sure you grab your teacher and have a chat and try and figure out what went wrong. But yeah, hopefully you guys went all right with that. Good job. Well done.